NUW, here to stay. NUW, here to stay. NUW, here to stay. The workers united will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated.
Do you want a job you can count on?
Yeah.
Do you want a society where every worker counts?
Yeah.
This time last year, we said that we would go out into the community and we would gauge their responses to insecure work. And guess what? We put a survey out and we got back more than 4,500 responses. 84% of people surveyed think that Australia is becoming less equal. 90% of people agree that not everyone who wants a decent and secure job can get one. 1/3 of Australians living below the poverty line are drawing a wage as their main income. I'd like to thank our global union affiliate, the IUF, who throughout the Asia Pacific region this week have been running their own campaigns, their own Fluro Fightback campaigns as a motion of solidarity for all of us here today, and we thank them very much. Now we here in the Australian Trade Union Movement are very, very good at being able to define the problem. But we are also the solution, and we will make sure that we fight for worker and community voices to be heard, our country's wealth to be shared equally, and affordable housing and secure jobs for all. Thank you very much.
Insecure work is a scourge. We know that it makes people anxious about paying their bills, anxious about making sure their kids have enough food to eat, anxious about what they do when the car breaks down or they need a new fridge. Insecure work delivers nothing to people that makes their lives decent or gives them dignity in their work. And when all the unions join together and we lift our heads up out of the everyday work that we do and we fight together, we can do anything. We could change the world.
Unions have always been the most powerful force for change. And today at Fluro Fightback, we prove that once again. From the 8-hour day all the way to our battles and our ongoing struggles for equal pay, we need jobs we can count on.
I'm from a charity and we'll do what we can to assist people. But let me tell you, they shouldn't have to depend on charity. They should be able to count on justice. You don't build a strong economy by increasing inequality. You don't create a strong country on the backs of the already poor. You certainly don't reduce the level of youth unemployment by increasing the level of youth incarceration. There's nothing human about humiliating people because they're outside the labour market or on its low-paid, insecure fringes. The rights of workers, including those who've been residualised and discarded, the unemployed and the underemployed, must take priority over the maximisation of profits.
Let me tell you why they've got me here today. Because I got my first job when I was 15 years old, and I've been working for the 20 years ever since. And in my entire working life, which has crossed industries from hospitality, retail, academia, the media, the arts community, I have never once had a permanent job. And it's an absolutely terrifying thought to be a worker like that, to just not know. Do you know how many workers are in that situation? 40% of Australian workers are in insecure work. And that's why we're here today. Because this is the Fluro Fightback. This is the campaign against insecure jobs. This is the campaign for permanence, for security, and for decent jobs for all Australians.
I have to say, what a great pleasure it is to perform to a bunch of people who believe deeply within their hearts that they want Australia to be a great place to live for ordinary working people. You know, my daughter just entered the workforce about a year and a half ago and went through a string of cash jobs in cafeterias around the southeastern suburbs, and gradually the alarm bell started to ring in my mind as to what her future was going to be. There were no constraints on any of those bosses that she worked for in terms of what they could pay and their ability to hire and fire at will. And I'd never come across anything like that. I came from a different era many years ago when far greater numbers of Australian workers were members of unions. There's a song about a different kind of struggle. Woke up this morning from the strangest dream. I was in the biggest army the world has ever seen. And my heart shines one on the road to the holy grail. Started out seeking fortune and glory. It's a short song, but it's one hell of a story. When you spend your lifetime trying to get your hands on the holy grail. Well, have you heard about the Great Crusade? We ran into millions, and no